I went into his room and that's where I found him, lifeless. And I called 911 and tried to revive him and couldn't. So Matthew was a kind soul. He was always a happy kid, very active. He would walk in a room and really light up the room with a smile. He did a lot of sports. He did skiing and hockey, played a bit of football. He wanted to try everything. He didn't stick to one sport in particular, but he tried everything. He was a little daredevil. When Matthew was about 7 or 8, he was diagnosed with ADHD. He was on medication for a year or two, but didn't like the way it made him feel. So we sent him to a different school, which really was they were able to cater to his needs, and he was really well liked and appreciated there. Academically, he was struggling because he had a hard time to focus. He didn't want to take any of the medication. So he started, I think, experimenting at a young age, probably around 14. And at that, probably he realized that helped him. So I know he was experimenting a little bit, and I think that once he got to the age of, closer to 17, that's when he started experimenting more with Xanax and cocaine and other things. He went to detox for a 3-month period, and he did really well. And he really wanted to get better, and there was a struggle there for the year following him leaving the detox center. He got into a car accident at one point in summer of 2018, and decided that, and he was under the influence at that point, and decided to come home. And he came home. And was doing so well, and I finally found the happy kid that I once knew. And he was working 2 jobs. He was working with his father full-time, a second job at a shawarma place in Elmer, and probably in a month, I've noticed a difference. A month before he passed away, which was December 6, 2018, I found him more secluded, spending more time in his room alone, talking to me less. Matthew was a lover of life. He really was. Anyone that you would speak to about that knew Matthew knew that he just wanted to live, and he just wanted to enjoy everything he could and get the most out of life. But he died. He died alone in his room, and I think in part, a huge part of that was the fact that there's so much stigma around addiction, a substance use disorder, that Matthew didn't want to talk about the fact that he felt like he was a failure. Matthew had a normal upbringing, a loving family, and this still happened to us.